Oh. Hello. Okay. Right. Oh God, I've got quite a lot of notifications, and I've gained another subscriber. So I mean, this seems like millions to me because I had 222, and we've nearly got. So that means I'll have nearly got 10. I can't really do the maths, but yeah, we're nearly gained the old 10 there. So hello, new people. I'm just looking to see if. Oh, Charlotte, you've left me a cut. I've not looked at my thing today. I just. Right. Okay. Anyway, I'll look at that later. Right. So. I'm not going to be here ages, but now I've got hiccups. I'm not going to be here ages because it is Sunday. I mean, I know it's Soul Fam Sunday and it's cute and everything, but it is Sunday, so I want my Sunday to myself. So I'll catch up on some Sex in the City. No, shit, it's not called that, is it? And just like that, because I missed it when I was doing this. It's the biggest load of shit ever, but you know, sometimes you just watch stuff just because. Right. Say hello if you're here. Oh, my hair's a bit scraggly. It's it is what it is. Needs a wash. Right. Like the video if you're here and you're able to. I don't know what reason you wouldn't be able to like it. Even if you're a lurker, nobody can see that you've liked it. Like I said, I am like that on YouTube. But when I like something, I like it because I know it helps them. And when I feel like I can comment, because again, I'm a bit of a scaredy cat with all that too, I will. I will become one of those people. Believe me, if I've become what I'm talking about lately, I'm sure I can become a YouTube commenter from here, but we're not quite there. Oh, thank you. It worked. Thanks, guys. That was quick. I'm going to ask people to do that more often. Right. So, it's the full moon tomorrow. There's a lot of intensity in there. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but that happened. It's there's just a lot of intensity in there. That's all I can say, really. And a lot of change, transformation. What's the other themes? Lots of the veil being lifted. Again, full moons are about revealing the truth, and Cancer energy is about emotional stuff, sad stuff, mothering, healing, anything to do with mother healing, generational healing, ancestors. I got pulled the banana when I said, oh, right. Oh, I love it. I just realized I don't usually drink coffee when I'm on here, right? But it's usually water or something. But I've got my wee Robin mug, and it was Manana's birthday at the start of the week. Yeah, it was. It was at the start of the week, and yeah, the Robin likes to say hello because actually a Robin visited Michelle and she knew it was for me. So that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of you guys tuning in here are well, in fact, all of you tuning in, even if you're new, everybody has got the capabilities being just as psychic as me. Well, I don't know about as me, but I'm joking. You've got the ability to do what I do, which of course I don't even really like saying that because a lot of you do already do stuff that I do, but that's more for the people that don't do any of this and they're like, how the hell does she do that? One day, my friend, you'll be able to see that you can do it too. And if you don't believe that you can do it, come and get some training with me and I will show you how to do it your own way. No idea why I'm saying that, but what else is it? It's family, it's soul family, which is why I said there's a lot of twin flame stuff going on because your twin flame is the other half of your soul. So they are absolutely your soul family. It's a little bit more than that, isn't it? But it's the longing to be back with where feels like home. That would be the best way to put it. And obviously, like I said in that wee video, and if you haven't seen that wee 6-minute video, holy shit. Yeah. I mean, that was intense cards, and I knew they were going to come out. I saw them before, like I didn't know where, but I knew I was going to pull the wolf card at some point during the filming. And I knew I was going to pull that twin flame one. And I knew I was going to, well, I didn't know, I had a feeling the filming card, because they just like to do that. Whenever I use those cards that I've got the actual filmings in them, it's not all the time. In fact, it's usually when I really want it to come out, it doesn't. So I suppose just because I just was like, it is what it is, but I saw it. So that was, but that took me by surprise. It's a bit of a shame because you can't even see on the camera that I did pick the last, like, yeah, that was all meant to be. So pretty crazy. So yeah, but again, like I always say, I don't want to be one of these people dishing out the false hope, because holy fuck, there's enough of them. It's not everyone. It's just if you've got a strong, overwhelming feeling that something like that is on the horizon, there's going to be loads of that for a lot of twin flames. Yeah, like definitely over this, like anywhere from, yeah, anywhere over this. Well, the weekend's over, isn't it? So yeah, I would say like from tonight, like over the next couple of days, really, because these things can happen at any point. But yeah, just be prepared, whatever that means. You know what I mean? So anyway, enough of that. That was dramatic, but I am a 10th house Leo, just saying. Hey, just got off my own live. Been listening to last live on and off all day. Super interesting and interesting. Oh, right, my big long. Yeah, God, they're very long. Yes. Ancestors had a big cry on Friday and did a long journey. I might need to read this after, but it's hard to go. Wrapping up and right. So you're just saying a lot of ancestral healing. That all sounds very beautiful, Charlotte. Right. So we've not got any donations just now. So I will do some. We might not get any, but I'm sure there'll be a couple. I'm just going to actually shit, these cards are in the wrong order, but it'll be in the right order, if you know what I mean. I felt pull to pull one of a collective card from that one. Where is it? Here. So let's pull a card. What do we need to know about right now? My nose is really itchy. When my nose is itchy in particular, it's not just channeling anyone, it's always loved ones and spirits. So I really do feel with me starting off that, we're saying that about my nana. And that is obviously the grandmother, the mother line, and then the just having that wee robin mug, and she's pulling me to the two wee robins beside each other, which actually reminds me of twin flames, because anything that's twin, and I'm going to be very careful because pouring coffee on the laptop to prove a point's a bit of an expensive point. Okay, what I mean. Well, I think I was just channeling my granddad there. Sorry if you don't understand me, American people. I used to say to my granddad when I was wee, "Granddad, who is this Ken you speak of?" No, I'm joking. My granddad said Ken for no, right? Scottish people will be like, know that, but American people won't. And when I was wee, I used to be like, "Granddad, who's Ken?" And you'd be like, "Don't be tricky, pal." It's like, oh shit. So anyway, and that's weird. I really sounded like, it'd be like Ken, pal, like Ken, pal. And he was just saying, and it's just, it's a funny wee thing. And another jokey thing, I'm pretty sure my dad doesn't watch these, or I hope to high heavens he doesn't. I don't usually say that, but he always used to say it was so funny, right? Like, why? See what I mean? Why am I talking about? See, the ancestors are wanting a crowd around tonight. So there's, the biscuits Viscount, Charlotte. I don't like, again, American. Well, I don't know. The American? See, I'm sorry, and anyone else in the world, but it's just because it does seem to be Americans. Like, you got to admit, Americans and some UK people, although actually right now it is just UK people. Why am I saying that? Yeah, basically, it's just my granddad used to love these mint biscuits, right, called Viscounts. And apparently, like, I think it's my sister that remembers it. When my sister went to get one of these mint biscuits, right? I'm not putting him in the best of lights. He was amazing, but he was grumpy. He used to be like, "Oh, no, the Viscounts, pal. No, the Viscounts." And they'd like offer a ginger biscuit. So it's a bit of a standing joke. Like, "No, the Viscounts, pal. No, the Viscounts." Do you know what I mean? It's like, they're mine. It's a bit like with me, right? If I had fruit gums, Like if people were rapid going for the green ones, I'd be like, no, the green ones, or I'd probably have eaten them before. I was like, oh, there you go. Do you want a fruit gum? Fucking eating them all anyway. I'm joking. I'm not joking. I would have eaten them all, or a lot of them, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I don't know what the advert is for that, but my granddad is my Robin. Oh, lovely. Yeah, there's actually, I won't say who, but there's at least 3 people off the top of my head, and I'm getting drawn to Robin stuff. Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, my tree's still up. Judge me all you want. I'm judging myself. Monday, today's Sunday, isn't it? I said in my head, like Monday, I have to take it down. And it's not really because I'm clinging on to it. Well, it kind of is. I haven't really been in this room. Like I've been sorting out my office. I've got a lovely rainbow rug. So my mum just managed to sort all that out in an hour. I was like, that's going to take till 10 o'clock tonight. She started it at like 6 o'clock last night and she was done by 7. I was like, oh. And you see, that's what I mean. I might be able to do a lot of stuff, but practical stuff, it's like, I was like, how did she do that? I mean, I helped her, but yeah, so I'm getting my office together. So anyway, just having a wee, I suppose I'm just, just chatting about family shit because it's the family full moon. I get it. But the family I'm talking about are all in the spirit world, but they're very much here with us tonight. So it appears you've come to Spiritualist Church online tonight rather than Soul Fam Sunday. Anyway, so let's see, what have we got? What's going on with all this intense energy? Mercury retrograde in Aquarius, which means expect the unexpected, shocks, surprises, which is probably why there's all this, like, it's like erratic, exciting, nervous energy. That's what I feel I'm channeling. And Venus retrograde in Capricorn, serious, feels serious. And what else was I going to say? You could have, has anyone been getting upset? Has that hit you yet? Because it is all the feels. You could be really in your feelings. Of course, it could be good feelings, but you could have been feeling a bit upset. So that's why I'm on as well. The main reason. Some of you could have had some nasty shocks as well in the veil lifting. There's a lot of that going on. Lots of people contact me just saying what the fuck's going on. They clearly don't know what Mercury retrograde. I'm joking. It's not. Mercury retrograde is a time of brilliance as well because it's healing the past, which also is what Cancer moon is about, and a Cancer full moon definitely. This is about major letting go of the past and forgiveness and mothering and nurturing. Very feminine energy right now. And by the way, I'm extra sensitive because my like it's all water energy for me right now. So that also makes me super psychic, even more so than usual. And of course, I am wolf medicine as well as tiger medicine, and it's the wolf full moon, which is why it was so amazing that wolf moon card came out. Right, can we pick the card already? I think there was something else. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot of shit about healing the past. Crosswords with my mum on Friday, mother stuff. See, it's not always, that makes sense. That I'm just trying to think. Did me, Mama Margaret? No, I was, for once, I just looked at my mum in a picture. I often do that when I mention them. Like I get pulled to the person if there's a photo of them. And that's because that's my ancestor corner over there. Obviously my mum's still here, but it's kind of like we normally would argue with something like that, but I was more like, wow, Mum, you're amazing. Teach me how you do that. Because it's just so funny that I'm thinking it's going to take like all day. Because she's like, oh, just nib along and we'll do that in like an hour. And I'm like, what? You're crazy. That's not going to take it. And I'm like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? But it just takes me forever and a day to do some shit. So, crosswords with my mum. I had to speak to my ex yesterday. Oh, that's always fun, Charlotte. And went a bit crap. Oh, sorry to hear that. That's crap. Sending lots of love to that situation. I am, yes. My grand's animal is a wolf. Oh, lovely. I feel, I know I was talking about my grandparents, but that's pretty, I'm not going to say I'm never going to do that. I don't know what the hell's going to happen, especially Mercury and retrograde. I'm a bit nervous about what I'm going to say tonight after the last few times. I'm joking. I don't give a fuck. I'm just like, whatever. It's, just don't watch it back and it didn't happen. That's the way I see it. Nah, it's fine. But yeah, so, maybe you're, I get a feeling that, you're like the people that are gathering here live anyway, and on replay, that your ancestors are coming in as well. So it's just good to be aware of that. Gaia Gateway activation, learning experiences, wisdom transmission, earth intelligence, right? So we're going to read that one. So anyway, I will read this. Oh God. And that's incredibly, right, okay, shit, it's all three of these cards. And that's really quite wow. Considering, this is why I can't be on here all night. I need to tidy this shit up. It's kind of like the place was tidy and now I've like messed it all up because we had to get the big carpet into the we had to get the big carpet in the room, and it's like I've moved everything about and it's stressing me out. Anyway, the cards are falling over. Come on, give me a break. What did I call them the last time? Remember those Akashic cards? Oh shite. Oh, I'll post it in the that's really annoying. I'll come back to me. Did I call them the controversial cards? That's a good name, but I don't think I called them that. I called them the who was there? I used these on the last Facebook Live I done, and I pulled War of the Roses, and it was obviously about people that had been arguing. And I got the more feeling it was like people that were arguing in Rome. Like, well, it wasn't funny. I felt it was like karmic endings and heavy shit going on. But I called them something, and I can't remember what I called them. They'll come back to me, but it was because they were like really kind of. I think we need to pull one of them. They were Russian roulette. That's what I called them. The Russian roulette deck. I just renamed my decks. Like we've got the Sweary deck because that's the one that obviously is. Let's pull a random one. You are loved. You're here for a reason. Don't fuck it up. That's a message for someone. It's a message for all of us, really, isn't it? Don't think that you're not loved because you are. And I will. Sorry, I'm actually burning up. If my cheeks go bright red, it's because I'm wearing a polo neck. I had all the heaters on because it's freezing in this room, and now I've opened the window, so I'm probably going to go from being really hot to really cold. Right, I'm going to just. How about I just calm the fuck down and put the link in because you've just reminded me to do it, Charlotte. Am I putting in all of that? Yes. To tell people. I don't know if it'll let me actually put, right, I'm going to put one comment and then I'll put another because I've got the full moon workshop tomorrow for my membership groups, but if anyone else wants to join from outside, then, oh, it doesn't let me put it all on, then details are in the description. Well, they will be after. They're in the other ones. Right. Well, that's all people really need to know. But I'll let me put all that in. No, it won't. Sorry, I need to fit in the comment. Oh, do you know what? I'm not putting it in because I'm just saying it now. If you want to join the workshop, then look for the details in one of the other videos, or I'll put it in afterwards. Basically, it's 9 o'clock tomorrow night, whatever that is in your time zone. And you can check out details. Hello, Claire, CM. I'm good. Yes, I'm just on for a little bit. So let me just see. Right, so I've basically pulled Gaia Gateway Activation, the Divine Matrix, and Akashic Records, which is what I'm reading all the time when I'm on here. So Gaia Gateway Activation. So I don't think I've read any of these before. I don't remember anyway. And then whoever, if there's any donations that come in, I can do them. Didn't set an alarm, and then I'll set an alarm for 30 minutes and I'll see how I'm feeling. Like I say, it's not like I just want to go and chill out. My nose is really itchy. How many ones beginning with H? Right, there we go. Right, so we found it. We found it. Oh, well done on the likes, guys. And some people weren't here when I said it. So if you didn't catch what I said a minute ago, I said, if you could like the video, then it'll alert it to more other people. And there's 5 people have liked it and there's 6 people here. So that is very good going. Thank you for that. Because I did point out that even if you are shy, you can like it. That'll help me. I don't know who it is. Right. So, and of course, there'll be some fucker that'll dislike it, but I'm only joking. They probably will because I said it now. So, right. So, Gaia Gateway Activation, Learning Experiences, Wisdom Tradition, Earth Intelligence. The Gaia Gateway is the chakra that connects us directly with the mind intelligence of Mother Earth. This chakra is not very well known, but is now acknowledged and as one of the key energetic spaces we can connect with to activate the ascension process, which again, if you don't know, that is what I am here to help with. That's what I've always been here to help with. For many years, ascension has been thought of as moving beyond the limitations of the body and transcending the physical realm. But it is in fact the process of becoming present in the body and full awareness of the spirit within. The Gaia Gateway is found below our feet under the Earth Star chakra. But when we're connecting to it, it's best to imagine it as the center of the earth. And for those of you that like listening to my shamanic journeys, or you may just know in general from somewhere else, that I usually I always say something about disconnecting from the old earth, which I see as the world that's very much dying out right now. How have we managed that? There's 7 likes and there's 6 people watching. I love it. Somebody was just like, I'm gonna like it, but I've got to go for my tea. But it's connecting from that kind of control, tyranny, got the hell in a handbasket kind of feeling, just not very nice energy. I don't think it's very nice. And then, disconnecting from that energy of fear, lack, negativity, and then obviously connecting to the new earth of peace, calm, abundance, balance, and balancing your feminine and masculine, or your masculine and feminine energy within. And then, then you attract other healthy, balanced relationships around you, including love. But that is the goal, to gain that balance within yourself. But really, it's wise to, whatever it is you want to say, whether you want to use the one that I've channeled or do something, it is good to be every day, even if you're not really that into all this stuff. I promise you, you will feel better. Like people that don't, I've had friends of mine that don't 100% get all of this. And, my mum and dad weirdly are just about kind of do understand what the channeling's all about, but I feel they actually really only understand it because they watched me gradually over the years on Facebook, and they started to realize, like you say, and it's funny that I'm going to read the Akashic Records cards last. It's coming from somewhere, and it's and it's always healing and always makes people feel better. And sometimes, you know, there's a bit of the brutal truth in it because all my Scorpio energy and my Aries at the highest degree, but it's always sent me a lot of love and compassion, which I always feel I really do need to stress to people because you know, sometimes when people have even described me, I've said this before, it's scary, and I'm like, I'm not scary. I've just got Mars and Saturn and Scorpio in the first house, and Pluto conjunct my Scorpio rising. So yeah, like I don't know. Maybe I don't know whether I look like I've got resting bitch face all the time. People don't tell me, but then maybe they're scared to tell me. I don't know. I think I just look elusive and mysterious. I don't know. I really don't know. Or rude, because sometimes when you're shy, people can think you're rude. I really don't know, and whatever. But all I'm saying is, all jokes aside, because I'm so direct, I think people just kind of think that I'm, you know what I mean? Like I'm going to bite their head off or something, or and I'm not. Like it's just if someone comes in and they're being cheeky, or we get these people coming in and doing the old the bots when it's like numbers and letters and that, or um yeah, it's really people only see my stern side when they've pushed me too far. So that's the truth of it for anyone that was wondering. I'm soft as shite. I've said that before, but don't be telling everyone that, okay? Uh, but I felt the need to share that. Right. So um it's just even for like people that are wanting to inquire about working with me and they're like, you know what I mean? It's just I'm not gonna yeah, it doesn't hurt to ask stuff. Right. So, but actually boundaries. See, that's me being too nice. Cancer energy's lack of boundaries. So I don't mean like, yeah, basically actually, if you want to ask questions about working with me, it depends. If you're wanting to ask questions about spiritual stuff and that's a session, right? If you're wanting to ask me practical housekeeping stuff about like how much does it do this, how much does that, which basically for an hour session, it's the same price for all of that, right? And it's the 144 because that's my number. Um, and then packages, you know, you can acquire. So if you're acquiring a bit of pack, you know, anyway, you get it. So just to be clear there, because Christ, I've had my whole 7, 8 years of that online where people are like, oh, can I just ask this? And can I just ask that? And can I just ask this about my chakra? No, actually, because that's what other people pay me for, like my energy exchange. So you can't just ask that. So, and again, that took a lot of time for me to build up that boundary, you know what I mean? So it's just about so that you know, it's don't I don't know. Now I'm just getting all Mercury retrograde about it. Let's fucking move on. Right. So the best way to describe it is a wormhole or a portal in the center of the earth that allows us to connect directly with the non-physical intelligence of Gaia, the spiritual presence of planet Earth. I suppose what I'm saying is I step into a super duper, I don't usually say that, but a very confident person or seem it when I am channeling especially. So that is important to know, you know, that it's like it's when I'm one to one on a Zoom, it's a whole different experience, really, is what people tell me. So um don't think that it's always going to be like it is intense, I'm not going to lie to you, but anyway, those of you that have had sessions with me, you can see what I'm saying. I'm just saying I'm just aware, and whenever people read my energy and tell me things and readings, it's always about that it's like so it's yeah. And because we're in a Cancer full moon energy, maybe that's why I'm saying it, because my third house is Capricorn, and there's a lot of energy in Capricorn that people might not get my sarcastic, cutting sense of humor. Right. So Earth is a highly spiritual, intelligent, aware being. She has lived through many challenges and experiences that have led her to where she is today. No matter what has been served up to her and how many of us have mistreated her, she's found a way to survive and thrive. Right. So here's where, if you want to, um, oh yeah, I can't see any either, Charlotte. I did put it in there, didn't I? That's weird. I didn't pin it though. I'll pin it. Oh, actually, no. Do you know what I've done? Wait a minute. Hmm. Oh, that is very interesting. Who the fuck? I've posted it as my other thing. Right, I don't think that is a problem, but it's just kind of like, it's going to confuse the fuck out of people. Me being the main one. Right, so this is why I can't have things in different places. Right. Oh, and of course it's not, oh, fuck, honestly. This is like Mercury retrograde shit. Right, so I'm just trying to, what? Here, right, we've got it. We've got it. And that alarm's going to go off. Hey, I've taken all day about this. Right, so there we go. Go. Right, so here's the visualization. And I just want to make sure that alarm doesn't go off right in the middle of it. No, 20 minutes, right. So close your eyes if you want to. If you're driving, don't listen to me because I can put you in a bit of a sleepy sort of trance. It's not advisable. Definitely not in a Mercury retrograde. That's dangerous because you're going kind of on autopilot anyway. So close your eyes, taking a deep breath in, telling yourself relax, breathing out, release. Breathing in, telling yourself relax. And breathing out, giving yourself permission to release. Visualize yourself sending deep roots into the center of the earth. When you get as far as you can go, a portal will open up and connect you with the matrix of Gaia's wisdom, which remember is interesting because the next card I pulled is the divine matrix. Be open to receiving a direct transmission from her. So just sit for a moment if you're able to close your eyes. Just notice all the feelings that come to you, your awareness, your clears. And if you've not heard me say that before, I will be doing my Activate, Awaken and Amplify Your Clears Zooms again very soon. But for now, just notice what comes into your awareness, what feelings, what thoughts, what senses. Perhaps you just get an inner knowing that you have to do something. Or perhaps you get an inner knowing to pause and that it's not the right time for something. Perhaps it's something else. That's for you to know. And you can keep your eyes closed while I read this next bit, or you can open them. Or you could actually keep your eyes closed for all three cards. That's totally up to you. Sometimes it is not our role to know how everything will unfold. When you draw this card, it's a reminder to trust the plan. The wisdom of Gaia is with you. And at this time, you can enjoy the natural expansion that has taken place. You may have a tendency to go traveling and look to the stars for the answers, but realize that the planet you call home has much to offer too. You have chosen to be here. I said that to someone earlier today. I said, listen, my soul chose this, apparently, so did yours. This may not be easy to accept, especially if your current reality is a harsh one, but your current experiences are vital for your growth. The earth herself cannot escape the challenges that she is facing at this time. Learn from her strength, learn from her yearning for a better future. Come back to her. She is your chosen home. Oh my God. Sorry, that's intense after what I'd said at the start. Right, okay, so let's read the Divine Matrix. Bear in mind, this is a new deck and I've just opened the book at the page. Of course I have. And I don't know what any of these say. I think I might have read Akashic Records. I can't remember. Right, the Divine Matrix. Synchronicity, God, incidences, interconnectedness. Now, if you've already watched the 6-minute random video I done to say I was coming on here, and then it's hilarious because I actually forgot to then say what I'd intended to go on for. But again, it was just Spirit trying to get me on. The synchronicity was nuts. So I said it at the start, but I pulled the full moon in Cancer. It is the full moon in Cancer tomorrow, but I mean, we're pretty much in the energy because we're in Cancer moon. And I pulled Wolf Moon. It is the Wolf Moon. And I pulled Twin Flames. And I've already said this is about soul family, and Twin Flames are more than soul family. It's you. So it's, yes, there's lots of feelings going on. Everything is connected. Everything that was, is, and ever will be is connected by an invisible bond of energy. So that sounds like Twin Flames too. Uniting every living being from the past, present, and even future. This isn't a new idea. Every great mystic through the ages has understood that everything is one, and now scientists are beginning to provide evidence for it. The best way to describe the connection is a lattice or a grid, a divine matrix. We're all points in this grid and we're all connected through it. I bet you it'd be funny if Michelle comes on now, because she's always like, message from the matrix. It links us to our ancestry and loved ones. Wow, that's clever. Because I was talking about that before I even pulled the cards, wasn't I? It was before I pulled the cards. And then I was also so now we know why I was going on about telling the wee funny stories about my ancestors, because that's what this full moon is about. So really notice if your grandma or your granddad or your nana or your grandpa, whatever you call, or your great grandparents, whatever you call them, really notice if there's any wee synchronicities popping up for you around the next few days or this week, or perhaps it's already happened over the weekend, where you're just kind of like, actually it happened on my nana's birthday. Like, one of my family members, like a little robin landed on the mirror of his car, and it was just like totally crazy. I actually could see, it was funny. It was like, well, mum would say it had a circle right, but it was, it's just really lovely because as far as I'm aware, he doesn't know that I link the robin to my nana, and he's linked the rock. So I thought that was really, I mean, maybe my mum did say, but it's just kind of, that's how my nana likes to appear. And now I'm getting pulled in evidence of Robin because I'm saying that. And again, I always say, I'm like, come on, Nana, you could have been a bit original. You know what I mean? Like, robins for loved ones and spirit is not original. I'm sorry, guys, but butterflies, robins, and feathers and coins, it's not original. But it seems to be what a lot of I have to say, it's like, I don't know whether it's to annoy me or what, but a lot of people's loved ones and spirit, like, seem to come to me, do pick all the things I just mentioned. Sunflowers is a big one too. Is there anything I've missed? No. It's basically stuff that I love too, and I suppose I do love it, yeah. But it's not a coincidence what I'm saying. It's the God coincidence. And then I did actually mention, I said stuff like that in that little video. So the best way that I just read that bit, aspects of ourselves, past, present, future, which is funny, that's the Akashic Records. See how it's all fitting in. And also the ancient and divine wisdom held in the quantum field of the universe. This card shows a giant stargate opening up at the universe, and we just done that. And a piece of sacred geometry known as the flower of life. This is quite literally a two-dimensional image of the divine matrix and the information held within. It can help us begin to understand the inner and outer workings of this incredible universe. If you spend time with this image, you'll find multiple images within it, reminding us all that nothing is happening by chance, and that even when we can't fully comprehend it, there's a greater plan unfolding. So it says, meditate on the flower of life image on this gateway card. Where did I put it? So that's the flower of life, or you could Google it if you want to see it as well. This card shows a giant stargate opening up to the universe and a piece of sacred geometry known as the flower of life. I just read that, but I don't know. Right, so meditate on the flower of life image on this card. And if you listen to these words, I am connected to all beings, all intelligence, and all forms of light, past, present, and future. I am one with the one. And the message is, you're in alignment with the oneness of life and the inner workings of your universe. You're part of something great. This feels very connected to what I said when I was like, wow, because like that, I mean, I'm used to synchronicity and overload synchronicity, and especially when we're in a full moon, but that was crazy because it was like, it just excites me when you get the full moon on the full moon that is, and then another card that is the full moon that is, and the name of it, and then the feeling that you're getting around for it, it's exciting. Um, that means that you are greatness expressing itself. Not one thing in your life has happened by chance, even when you felt that things have been against you. And so there's a big theme of, see what I mean? There's a theme of challenges here collectively, because these are the collective cards. So there's a theme of exciting changes going on. But it is the 16 today, which is the tower, and there's a 16 on the twin flame card, which is self-explanatory because it is, yeah, I've not even got a word for it. It's just like self-explanatory. Like the tower is a big, massive life changes. And that's, there is that feeling in the air, but it's this mixture of, I feel people have had challenges going on as well. Like, there's definitely, I know, like for myself, I know like different people I've spoke to, there's just like say there's lifting of the veil, there's just different stuff going on, like shifting and moving energy so that endings can happen and new beginnings can happen. But that's always going on, guys. A full moon is about endings, but you know what I mean, right? So, but it's because Cancer is the ancestors and the loving and the mothering and the family and all the stuff that I mentioned and feelings. But Capricorn is like challenges. It's like tough lessons. It's karma. It's time. Anything to do with time. It's like commitment being tested. It's waiting a long time for stuff. That's putting it simply, but it's true. What it means is, what I'm really feeling is actually people that have waited a long time for stuff, whatever area of life it is, a lot of that is coming up to fruition. Whether that's business, money, love, if you had shit pals, good pals. I don't it's a bit simplistic, but you know what I mean? It's like things falling into place that feel like it's taken a long time. I could definitely associate with some of the things that I mentioned. So there's no need to feel insignificant or lonely. It's also important to remember that the universe is always working in your favor and for your highest good. You may have felt lost and know that nothing is ever lost. Guys, by the way, I'm impressed. There's now 8 likes. I mean, do I just need to really stress the liking helps me? I mean, have I encouraged the lurkers to like thanks? You may have felt lost, but know that nothing is ever lost, for we're all held in the heart of Source, and love is our connection to all things. Lovely. Right. So, if I don't say, can somebody please remind me to just that was a port. Yeah, I just want to say something about closing that portal that we opened there because it doesn't say that, and I'm like, that's not wise. Anyway, right. So, right, Akashic Records. Let's read this one, and then I'll do. Was that you, Charlotte, or who was that? That. Oh yes, it was. I thought it was you. Right. So we'll do your message right after this, Charlotte. Right. Akashic Records. So yeah, if anybody missed that, if you want a personal message, it's in the pinned bit, but I'm sure people could see that. So because otherwise I don't want to be here forever in a day. You know what I mean? Like I feel quite like, I'm not tired because I've got a lot of energy, but I'm going to go and just chill. Right. So clearing old stories, releasing past lives, freedom. Yeah, that's very this energy. Right. Akasha is a Sanskrit word that means ether and sky-based or sky-based. And as explained above, the Akashic Records are a compendium of universal events, experiences, and lifetimes held in the spiritual realms. Helena Blavatsky was one of the founders of Theosophy, oh, for fuck's sake, described them as indestructible tablets of the astral light. We can visit the Akashic Records in dreams. I mean, why is there not a mention of Edgar Cayce? I mean, he's like the Akashic Records. Anyway, I'm very connected to Edgar Cayce. Right, so we can visit the Akashic Records in dreams, visions, and meditations. When we are transported or guided to connect with them, We are being given the opportunity to take an inventory of our life and all the events that have taken place in it, and to gain information on lifetimes past. So ask your angels and guides to direct you to the energy of the Akashic Records. We're about to do a deep dive into Charlotte's in a minute. Thank you, Charlotte. If you're feeling stuck or unsure, ask the records to reveal to you any essential soul lessons or information so that you can fulfill your purpose during this lifetime. Like I said, it's life-changing shit today. So, and every day you want to do this. When you draw this card, the universe is releasing you from past experiences, and this is what I was saying. There's a lot of change going on, change and transformation, and at first it can seem really destructive and really quite traumatizing again, because Cancer, see, because even my words stumble, that's Mercury retrograde, but it's also like trauma, especially when I started, it is like it's post-traumatic stress, it's stuff, it's like you'd rather something doesn't happen to make you feel like that, you know what I mean? But that's why some people are scared of the Tower, not scared, but they're the Tower card. The Tower card, some pictures of it can be like, what the hell? But I think we've all, I don't think I know for 100%, we've all had moments in our life where something is devastating, but it happens, and then you can see in hindsight, oh, right, I get why that happened. Like, I mean, a random example just came to me, like when the last house I lived in with my mum and dad, which, yeah, they're still there. It's like, I'd only lived with them there like a year. And my room was tiny anyway, and the butcher used to wake me up every day. It was like, yeah, it was just, yeah, it was a nightmare. Anyway, so like what I'm getting at is, like, I wasn't that much older. I was only 22 or 23. What I'm getting at, right, is like what moved me out of my mum, and which actually that was traumatic. So just hold space for me for a moment as the therapist becomes needing the therapy right now. Yeah, like when I think about it, I was like chucked out my family, not by them, but it was like, it's small and there was nowhere to go. Like my upstairs neighbor flooded my whole room, because my room was like the size of a fin, but it was tiny, right? It was, I think I had room for like the double bed, and that was it. And I don't know if you could even, you could just about walk around the bed, and then that was it. Like, you kind of walked in the room, you fell in the bed, that was like how it was. Sorry, I'm just actually thinking this. Right, so it was just getting a bit crowded, like it definitely wasn't the kind of, you definitely, I mean, yeah, it was time I got my own space. That's what I'm trying to say. But the house got flooded, and then I had to move out, and then it's from that point on, I've lived away from them. But I always, I didn't know that I didn't know I had an attentive ADHD. That I didn't even know I had dyslexia or dyspraxia or whatever fucking else I've got, dyscalculia with the numbers. But again, it is just because I'm a shaman and I can tap into the energy, and it's the way this world wants to label me. When some changes happen around here, people are going to be like, oh my God, actually Claire knows what to do because she can, yeah, you know what I mean? It won't seem like such a burden, but all jokes aside, if that hadn't, it was quite devastating, because I'm so close to you can gather that I'm so close to my mum and dad. They're my best friends. And it's like, that's actually making me a bit upset. Fucking hell, don't make me talk about that. You're still here. But it makes me sad when I think about it, because if you look into like when you've got ADHD or dyspraxia or that, it's not uncommon for people to like live at home till they're like 35 or something, right? So I do think if that hadn't happened, I would have been like that, because the apron strings needed to be cut, is what I'm saying, right? And that's the best thing that ever happened to me, because I found my independence and learned how to work a washing machine, and I wouldn't say I learned how to tidy up after myself, because I'm still not very good at that. But I have, but that's only of recent years. But so it's kind of like what at first seemed destructive. And by the way, if anyone's new around here, they're going to be like, why are you talking about yourself? Well, it's because it's got a fucking point, right, to the story. It's demonstrating the story. that was devastating at first, but actually it was the best. Yeah, like I say, it was the best thing that ever happened to me, because it helped me to, to gain my independence. And actually I love my own space, and like I've never lived too far away from, I've never lived too far away from them anyway, and now I really don't. But it's kind of like, it was a good thing, is what I'm saying. And it enabled me to have some really good house parties and that, and you know what I mean. And it's although I think I did anyway, my mum and dad went out, but you know what I mean. It's just it was fun, and it's and that wouldn't have happened. I just know, like, because I think friends had asked me to move in with them and that for, and I was like no, and that forced me. And then I did live with friends and stuff, and a lot of lessons there as well. But it's kind of like, yeah, it's that's a good example. It was traumatic, and I don't even really feel a lot of people really acknowledged how traumatic it was. But my mum and dad knew it was, but like other sort of family members and that, never really sort of acknowledged it. But the most important thing is I knew, and then it's what initially looks like destruction actually is good for you. So think about where that might be happening in your life now, and then could you look back on it and actually it was a good thing. There we go. I can figure loads of examples of that. So time's up. Bye. I'm joking. Know that this is the time to reclaim your freedom and rewrite your story. And so what I just explained there too, yeah, when I was telling you that story, was I could be like, oh my God, like that's such a shame. Like, oh my God, that must have been horrible for you. And actually I look back, I'm like, no, it was really fucking fun actually. I spent money on the wrong stuff. I remember I got insurance money, and I think I bought I know I bought the whole Friends collection, which was it DVD? Yeah, it wasn't. I'm not that old. It was the whole DVD collection, which I eventually did when I was moving house. I was convinced to get rid of it. I'm not convinced it was the right idea. No, I'm joking. It was, but it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It definitely was, because there's not good energy around it. I used to love Friends, I don't now. You can do this by following through on your dreams. Gone are the days of fear-based indecision. This is a time to rise up and claim your truth. If you're sitting on a dream or feeling called to move in a particular direction, it's because you have unearthed an important soul lesson, and it's essential for you to follow that call to clear unwanted energies of your past. Clearing energy is what's coming in tonight. As you do so, don't allow yourself to be pulled in expecting the worst possible outcome. Yeah, that's what they were getting at. I could talk about that in victim mode, or I can talk about it in how resilient it made me and how much it made me grow up. Okay, a bit faster than I wanted to, but actually, Lord knows how much I would struggle with certain things if that hadn't happened to me, and I probably wouldn't have had as much fun as I'd had either. Like, do you know what I mean? So it depends which way you look at things. You can look at life from a victim, or you can do something about it. But again, that's not going to be for every circumstance, because obviously there's, it goes without saying, there's circumstances in life where you do need to take the time to grieve, like when someone just dies, or a pet dies, or it doesn't need to be somebody dying, but these are the big ones, or something is traumatic. You need to take the time to have a good cry. This is the full moon to do it, by the way. You need to honor your feelings. You need to have a bit of time to yourself too. If you need to retreat, this is a very retreating energy, or spend it with people that really mean a lot to you, like family or loved ones or lovers or whatever. It's like, yes. As you do so, don't allow yourself to be pulled in expecting the worst possible outcome. Yeah, because Cancer is victim mode, guys, right? We've all the signs have got a shadow side. Cancer is mothering, loving, kindness, but it's in danger of, you're so kind to everyone else that you put yourself last. And I always say that about Cancer because it's true. And because it's a full moon, it could just amplify that, so really pay attention to your self-care, really pay attention to where you're wanting to go inwards, and perhaps feel like you're like, oh, why am I feeling so sensitive? That's why a lot of people don't enjoy Cancer full moon. They don't like Pisces full moon, and they don't like Scorpio full moon. Those people might be me. I'm okay though. I'm okay on this one. But I don't like Pisces full moon and Scorpio. Like, they're horrible. Again, people with these moon signs, lovely, but the actual moon periods don't like. So know that this expectation is not your truth, but old energy being released from your energy body. And this is what I said, and I hadn't read this before. Call in the angels to shine their light on any repressed fears. And that's what the card, the full moon in Cancer, was about, that I pulled earlier. Or stories that are no longer serving you. It's time to fly high in freedom. Right. Okay. Now it makes perfect sense why I told that story about spirit, universe kicking me out my house to gain my independence. Oh. Right. So guys, right, well, we do Charlotte's card, right? I didn't hear you say to like it, but I did as I went on the little thank you, Charlotte. Yeah, it said earlier, it just helps if people like it, then it puts it out for other people that might need to hear it. But also, I was just saying, I know that a lot of people like to watch me and not comment. So, but even if you like it, it helps me, and I can't see who it is and all that. I've done a birth chart: Sun, Libra, Moon, Gemini, Rising is the same as Ascending, yeah, Cancer. Oh, right, okay. So you could be, this could be feeling pretty sensitive for you, Claire. And actually, did you? No, you did. Oh, for fuck's sake, that energy is really coming back on me. So when I get the hiccups or a burp or that, it's when I'm like transmuting energy and it's like really coming. I did eat my tea before I came on here. And actually, it's quite funny because I'm saying cut the apron strings, but my mum made me. Oh, for fuck's sake, my card should. That'll be important though. Does that say tiger's eye? Tiger again. Tiger was on the card earlier. I'm just like, I always think like you know what I mean? Like when I bend over like that, it's pretty risky. Courage. Okay, yeah. So that came up earlier, and that's just fell off the couch wanting to be acknowledged. Tiger's eye. So tigers are significant. Are you kidding me? Right, guys, we've got an interruption, but it must be important. So the cards that have fell upright are oh, God. Right. So look deep within my heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. That's a specific message for, well, it'll be for more than one, but it'll be for, if it feels like it's for you, it's for you. Healing. Oh, okay. So I think this is just a lot of, you need healing. Yeah, around. Yeah. I'll just read it. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So if you want me to make, actually, shit, that's what we need to do. So with that energy of whatever we done earlier, I want you to pull up through your feet, pull up energy from the bottom of Mother Earth, pulling up whatever it is you feel you need to heal your specific situation, whether that is with soulmates, but usually, like I say, usually around here, it's not just any kind of soulmate, it's twin flames, but whatever it is, whoever you've got stuff that needs to be healed with, pull up what it is you feel you need and close your eyes and it'll have more power. Imagine yourself, yeah, I know that I was thinking of you when I said it because tiger's my power animal as well, Charlotte. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So whatever it is you feel you need to bring in for healing, whether that's communication or perhaps you're just sensing their feeling. Sometimes you can feel stuff that isn't yours and you can't really explain it, but you just know it isn't yours. Sometimes people actually say that and it is yours and you're just not one to own it. It's important to know yourself to know the difference. But that is very common. And then, yeah, twin flames, your passion ignites. So, I mean, it's just confirmation after confirmation that this full moon is very important for the twin flames. And sorry, I just get my kill at the pictures. I'm not even, the back of the cards are just hilarious. But if you can't handle them, you definitely can't handle my other deck that's coming soon. Again, it's not mine, it's just one that I will use at some point. Right, so what was I in the middle of doing there when we were rudely interrupted? Right, now that you've done that though, I just want you to, we're just going to set the intention, whatever portal we opened up to pull that up, I just want to close that portal because I'm just not keen on the words opening a portal and then just leaving it open. Like, I really think they need to sort of sort that. Right, although we are in an energy, I always open up an energy and I close it when we're leaving. So, right, Charlotte, will we finally get onto your cards? So, Michelle, when you're watching this on replay, as I'm sure you will, thank you very much, because Michelle sent me the Divine Animal Oracle that was on my Amazon thing there. So, and a lovely moon lamp. So I was cheesing. I was like, what? It was funny because it was like the buzzer went, and I was like, huh? I was like, I haven't ordered any off Amazon or anything. I was not expecting my Asda shop. I was like, what is that? And then, yeah, and then that was a nice surprise. And again, that is weird that I was like, what is it? Because usually I have ordered something and it's just kind of going to be a surprise, you know what I mean? But I hadn't, so that was nice. So Charlotte, what would you like? Would you like me to do the divine feminine, the divine masculine sort of check-in, and I'll set a wee alarm there? Or would you just like me to see what comes up? Bit of both. Like again, I can do sort of like a general. Well, actually, it answers both. You know that. Where's the book for that? Oh. Michelle, I just spoke about you. I just spoke about you and you came on. Unless you were in hermit mode and you weren't wanting to talk. That's funny. That's funny. Right, you know, it's Charlotte, I'm not these aren't very Cancer moon cards, but I'm being pulled to the Swady card, so I'm going to trust that. So let's pull a Swady card for getting over a foot of snow. Fucking eight. Oh my god. Hello, Marie. How are you? You found me. I'm good. How are you? Yeah. So, yeah, Michelle, thank you so much for my praises. That was like such a lovely. I know I've thanked you already, but that was a really lovely surprise. See, and be open to receiving, because that was a surprise. And Mercury retrograde and Aquarius is surprises. So you came on right as I spoke about you. You must have felt the energy. Right, so we're going to do Charlotte's card. So I'm going to set a 5-minute timer, but I feel it'll probably be like 10 minutes. Oh my God. People get their kill when I say that, because then it's like double, but it is what it is. Do you know what? Why don't I just set 10 minutes and I'll just see. There we go. Right. So I want to ask, what does Charlotte need to know for divine feminine energy for the subconscious? What's working underneath? We've been pulled to the Swady cards. Let's get some blunt truth around here. Oh, right. So underneath the surface, and you're allowing divine feminine energy. There's something going on about money. So make it rain. So what I'm getting with that is, because that's the sort of subconscious, unconscious, I don't know if you've been doing a lot of money mindset, you know, kind of working on your subconscious blocks around money or something there, because that's quite a good sign, I feel, when I'm pulling that in that place. And we've got love. Get some, give some, it will cheer your ass up. But so again, I really do feel when I put those cards together in my own unique way, it's like I feel like that is about you've been working hard on wherever that stuff comes up for you. And I'm sure I did mention something around this theme kind of when I was on the last time. Let's see what's going on in divine masculine energy with these cards. And again, if you're new, the way I do this, and especially tonight, but I mean, it's always coming up now, is that this is your divine feminine energy and your divine masculine energy. So you're allowing, receiving, and you're taking aligned action energy. And it's also within a twin flame connection, someone is primarily more the divine feminine energy, someone is more divine masculine energy. And it's also if you're actual, if you're like a man, it's not always that the woman is divine feminine and the man is divine masculine. It can sometimes be swapped about. And I always say that a lot of the women I work with always sort of present themselves, or I recognize that they're more in what I call I just say the other energy. But again, it really depends because we've got both within us. And if people are the people that have the energies that I've picked up for today, you would be getting to the point where you actually can't tell the difference. And some days you're more in one energy and other days you're more in another. Hello, Jennifer. Did I say hello to you? Now, Jennifer, can you yes, that was very quick, wasn't it? I'm not going to say any more actually, but that was crazy. So Jennifer wasn't feeling well and I sent a bit of healing and it seemed like 2 days later she was better. So again, guys, if you're stuck there with any emotional, physical, spiritual, mental, not feeling wellness and you feel like you get healing from me, I mean, I do a lot of things. Like there's going to be something that I do that's going to be able to help you with that. Again, I don't want to go through all the different things that I do, but because really I could just leave it at shaman, because a shaman likes to have lots of different tools, lots of different modalities to be able to help someone with what they're struggling with. So that's probably, it just covers it. But like I say, trained counselor, hypnotherapist, life coach, astrology, whatever else. I always miss stuff out, inner child healing. So, but yeah, physical pain, and definitely with some of the stuff that's going in the world right now that apparently ruins your life and even kills you. Just be careful about what you believe there and what you really take into your brain, because that's what they want you to believe, and you can really make things come about in your life if you believe it. And you wouldn't believe the amount of people that in my life have apparently tested positive for something, and I've been like, right, here's some virtual sage over the old WhatsApp, or I'm sending you distant healing, and they feel better in the morning. So just saying. Same with people, when people get ill, when they take something else that's apparently meant to help them, I can help you with that too. Right. Oh, you've actually put stuff in the wait a minute. Sorry about that. You've put helpful stuff in the comments there. The first few one-to-one calls you have a much softer energy than come across in these lives. Yes. And then we get to the hard stuff, don't we, Charlotte? I have to, because the way I do soul retrieval, like people need to watch the recorded videos before they do that me one-to-one, because it's intense for me. It's also very long, so just ignore whatever time I say it's going to be. Thank you for that comment, because it's right. So talking in masculine, and I'm delighted you're feeling better, Jennifer. I've been noticing more masculine energy signs lately. Yeah, that was crazy, Jennifer. Again, it's quite right. So subconscious. This is why timers are shite with me. I'm putting it to 8 minutes because right. So masculine energy of Charlotte's subconscious. Get the fuck outside, move your ass. Your body is pissed at you. So have you taken any action to move your body today, to get outside for a wee walk, get some fresh air? It is Sunday. I wouldn't blame you if you didn't. But there's something about moving to feel better. Oh, see, look, what have I been talking about? So these are Charlotte's cards right now, but there's every chance. And again, I know you guys all know this because you've known me for ages, but if you don't know this and you're new around here, whenever I'm channeling for the collective or a personal message, every time it's more than just for who it's for. And you'd be amazed because people can be like, oh my God, that was just for me. And it just absolutely wasn't. Like, it's amazing that it feels just for you, but it's never just for one person. And it might look like it by the comments, but people always let me know in private. There'll always be people let me know in private because I am private. Again, I know it doesn't look like I'm sitting on YouTube telling my sob stories, but about being kicked out of my house by the universe and then, it all being okay. But hey, it's just a woman's heart is as deep as the ocean. You don't know everything. So you think someone is lying, they are. So this is really interesting, right? Because that covers what I would say, and this is why I just set the timer back a bit there, and I just ignore it anyway. If I'm on a roll, I'll just keep going. So, the interesting thing is what I was saying about there's lies being uncovered, and that can be like traumatic things come to the surface, like, oh fuck, how did I not see that before, or deception being uncovered. Or it can be because when I'm about to read it in a different way there, but yeah, it is just something that you never saw before. The veil's been lifted, and you might have seen a lot of other people saying this too. It's coming through a lot, it's that the veil has been lifted about things. It is time for you to see something. So in your divine masculine energy of your subconscious, it's like there is this feeling of needing to get moving with something. We could take that as well, like moving energy, but also it's just like I feel you might have been getting messages in your dream time, or spirit are trying to get a message to you about someone in your life, maybe that's not who they say they are, or just getting a and it can even be because I'm just thinking about different feelings I'm getting around that. Yeah, it's even just like a kind of a bit of a nudge that, oh, I'm not feeling so good. Why am I not feeling good around this person or this situation? And then maybe it's kind of where you shut it off. And I'm saying that because it's your subconscious. It's like something lurking away under the surface there. And again, this energy is brilliant for getting to the bottom of something, especially with how it's activating the parts of my chart. And what's just jumped out there? Yeah, but also there is something about and yeah, I'm going to get into that, but I think this is just to add on to that. Don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be sneaky lying bastards. When we get over the funny part of it, again, it's something around like, well, first of all, can we address that? Charlotte, did you want to go out today or something and you didn't? Because when I'm looking at that, it's like, or I don't know if it's about literally getting out, like going out exercising or something, or it's about getting a move on with something, like a project or something. But when I put all those three together too, it could be like, you could even turn it around to like, don't allow yourself to lie to yourself that you couldn't do something. But now I'm, wanting to read it as if this is two people. It's like, whether you're divine feminine or divine masculine, whichever one you associate with, or a bit of both, it's like, someone's focused on like improving or shifting money blocks, and like focusing on being grateful for love wherever it is in their life, and just just really, it feels like doing a lot of inner work is basically what I'm saying. And that is divine feminine. It's like healing all the emotional and all the kind of feely kind of stuff, and then this is like a need to move with something, but also like you think someone's lying, they are. Like that reminds me of in that romance deck when it's like someone is wearing a false self mask, and sometimes people are like, oh, but it's like, no, I never, like, unless it is relevant to like perhaps maybe if someone was thinking someone was someone that they weren't, and then it comes up then. But 9 times out of 10 when I pull that and someone's reading, it's actually about when, like in a connection, when someone can make out that they don't feel that the way they do. So that, that, and I do feel that is very relevant in your situation. Like I do feel with whoever you feel your divine counterpart is that well, because we pulled that on the other day, it's like if they are in another, if they're in a karmic relationship, then it's like, yeah, but it's not really that they're lying, it's like they're lying to themselves. So, because it's like, again, your twin flame is you. So if they can't be honest with their feelings about you. It's like they can't be honest with themselves. So, but then that means it's going on within you. Because we're getting really deep. See what I mean? If you're donating for a card, be ready for me to dive deep into the feels. But again, don't believe every shitty thought you have. Now, whoever this is, whether this is you or the guy, because we know it's a guy, it's kind of like needing to move for something, lying to themselves and telling themselves negative things like maybe they're not good enough and all this kind of stuff. Did this come up the other day, specifically in your one? Or it's you, so it better not fucking be you. I'm hoping you were on the divine feminine side of moving the money and the feeling the love for yourself. I'm making a spat out of excitement there. So, right, let's shift the let's shift the cards. So, in the conscious mind. Right. I'm ready for Tuesday. Glad to hear it, Jennifer. I'm missing your energy. You're like a ball of sunshine, and I've missed the sunshine. I was thinking that today. Oh, we've got one. I just removed them. They might come back. Report them for being unwanted. Yeah. So I was thinking about cutting the hedges at the front of the house. Right. And did you do it? Right. So in the conscious mind, the divine feminine, and I don't know why I said I could do this in 10 minutes. Who the fuck was I kidding? I don't know why I said I was going to stay here 30 minutes either. Right. But anyway, I feel like I'm going to be up all night tidying up and stuff. I've got loads of energy. Right. So we've got reveal what needs to be seen. Yeah, this is what I'm getting at. So it's, and again, so and you know, I would advise, I keep saying, you know, it annoys me when I notice that. But see, everything means something. So when I'm getting annoyed at myself, recognizing the words that I use too much, where are you conscious that you're getting, you know, noticing things about yourself that are annoying you? So it might be like, yeah, I don't, you know, I'm not going to say what it is, but it's kind of like I was feeling procrastination or something because it's something that you're conscious of, but it's like reveal what needs to be seen. So I feel like there's something, I'm going to close my eyes. I feel like there's something that in this very feminine energy, with me knowing that you are a Pisces, I feel like with this being like a water full moon, I feel like if you haven't already been doing that, like Spirit tonight, like are really going to be revealing to you wherever needs healing. Yeah. So again, I feel it's actually what you already shared in the comments, a lot of like ancestral sort of stuff. And I feel with what I pulled up in your subconscious, you've already been working it. But Moon and Scorpio is always intense. Like I said, I feel Moon and Scorpio is like, run and hide. But it's getting deep down to the truth of something in your feminine energy. So slowing down to be able to feel into what it is. And in your masculine energy, I might pull another card to just see if I pull the same kind of something else. Oh yeah, sorry, that was it. Yeah. So putting aside any kind of twin flame stuff or anything, just this is about getting to the bottom of wherever there might be interference going on around you that is pulling you off things that you know you're meant to do and follow. That's been coming up because Moon and Scorpio is like psychic detective, and the thing about you think someone's lying, they are. Speak your world into being. And yeah, look, this is what I pulled on one of the wee shorts. I don't know if that was today's or tomorrow's or something, but again, it's like twin energy here. But see, it's like two women, so I take this to mean with you, it's like you're facing parts of yourself. So that's like getting you to look at something that you need to look at that you normally wouldn't. Like for instance, and they're using the example of I'm forever trying to tidy my room and I always find something else to do. But I've actually been like, no, Claire, stay with it and do it and get unstuck. You know what I mean? Because when you get yourself unstuck, if you're wanting to get somebody else moving, if you're bothered about the love stuff, that helps them. You know what I mean? And that's the weird way of how all this works. So speak your world into being. It's, you know, just sorting your shit out, basically. So we're all getting guided to do that. So right, let's see what else wants to come up there. Maybe some of these. Right, so no, stayed instead and did work. Yes, well, at least you know, you did do something. So you did something. I dislike, but that's funny that I picked up on you wanting to cut the hedges at the front. I could feel you wanting to go outside and you didn't. That's funny. I'll have days like this is definitely, I'm surprised. It was because I was meeting one of my friends and our wee girl today. Very early actually. So that's why I'm tired, but I'm not tired. You know, it's like one of them things, but anyway. So in the contract, are you going to be on for a bit? No, I'm coming off and like, well, I'll come off at 11. So I'll be on till 11. So right. So, and I will. So yes and no. It depends what a while is. So what do we need to know? I just want to pull another one for the conscious mind. Sensuality. Yeah, you see, you're being slowed down to work on the self-love, revealing what needs to be seen. Scorpio is also very sexual, just saying. And sensuality came up. And there's your tiger. That's Charlotte's power animal, the tiger. I don't know why I'm starting to speak like this. It's because I said sexual and sensual. Feminine wisdom, passion. So that's amazing that you've got feminine energy, you've got a feminine moon, and the divine feminine energy. Balancing those energies, sister. We love it. Right. So what have you got on the divine masculine? I dislike having to apply for jobs. Yes. I was always shit at that because I was never good at making up CVs. But one of my best friends was brilliant at doing it. But by the time I worked out that she was good at that, I think I was making the transition to do all this kind of work. And yeah. But I don't need you to apply, you know, it's just kind of like, just kind of picked up the cards and start going Monday. Collected them since I was a kid, and I was like, I'm just gonna do a thing on the internet and see if people like it. And I thought, oh fuck, people kind of respond to this pretty well. Now I just got to go over the fact that people are going to be like, what the fuck is Claire doing? I still do, like I say, when I see like guys from high school or something, I'm like, hi Claire, how you doing? I'm like, yeah, I'm just like, yeah, fine. Like, we all know I'm talking to dead people and angels and stuff. We don't need to actually mention it, and it doesn't usually get mentioned. I'm joking, sometimes it do. I remember it's, oh, that was usually if I bumped into people when I was drunk, it would come up, but it doesn't usually get brought up when I just bump into people now, because it's just awkward. It's just my job. It's just my life. It's, you know, people get over it. Actually, people have been really quite amazed when I've bumped into people from the world's waking up. People are being more open-minded, and people that don't get are missing out. Right, so divine masculine energy, bright heart light, open connections, 18. So 18 is a moon card, so that's hidden stuff. This woman, but I'm going to see as a man, has got his hand in his heart. It's hidden vulnerability still a little bit there. But yeah, open to that heart healing, a lot of heart chakra healing. And so again, when this is your divine masculine energy, it's really taking action to speak your world into being, and a lot of heart chakra healing going on there. So again, speaking more of your truth. If I donate, will you have time to do it? Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So, right. Because I don't think anyone else did, unless I've been in a bit of a trance, which is more than possible. But absolutely, Jennifer. And anyway, if yeah, it's only Charlotte's donated, so I can absolutely have because it's 11:15. Where are we going now? I think I want to go to what do I do next? I usually do subconscious, and that was consciously. So consciously, you're taking action to be mindful of your words, that you're speaking things into existence. You should always be mindful of that, full moon, because what you think about, talk about, and definitely feel about, because Cancer moon is feelings. So it would be wise to be visualizing, feeling, seeing the end result that you want, for the highest good of all, bearing in mind that if the other person doesn't want it, it won't happen anyway. But if they do, you're helping them. So it's kind of like, but yeah, just being mindful of your words. That's what you're being guided to take action with consciously and opening your heart. Vulnerability, being open to being vulnerable. It's like balancing your masculine energy by bringing more feminine energy. So again, when we talk about whoever your twin flame is, it's like a lot of heart healing going on there, and realizing the power of their words and speaking things into existence, but also like just saying, but the fact that there's twins on that, it could be just not being able to ignore that connection any longer. Again, being realistic, you know that it's not going to happen tomorrow, but this came through before, so we need to get that deck where they're talking to you in a minute, because right. So head. This is not really well. I'm going to go with head, right? This is what's going on in the head. What did I do? Yeah, I'm just doing head. This is going on your divine feminine in the headspace. Show appreciation. And there's a fucking tiger on it again. Tiger galore. I mean, tiger's my power animal. Tiger's your power animal. It's the wolf moon. That's my other type. I mean, it's just fucking. I mean, pulling your tiger in tonight, Charlotte. There's a lot of support for you on your feminine energy. There's a lot of, like, this tiger. It's amazing. If you didn't hear that, like, the tiger is Charlotte's power animal. That's crazy. And Charlotte, are you what? You're so look, 38. That's our next stage. I'm not saying when, but soon, isn't it, Charlotte? The 38 gang. 1984. Show appreciation. So again, this is the work you're doing on yourself, love and valuing yourself. I feel if it hasn't already started improving your money, you're about to see a shift there, and you deserve it. And it's like, it's because you're really opening up to receive. You're looking at where any subconscious blocks might be sabotaging. Again, if anybody has issues in that, I've said before, if money is an issue in general, because that's the problem. It's like, well, I need to have money to pay for a session to get help with money. But again, it's money well spent if you're doing that with me or anybody else that knows their shit. But if you don't, listen to things about money like binaural beats on YouTube for free, and it will help you. It's just a lot of people can't get over the hurdle that would help you, because you're like, what's the catch? It's free, but it's like, you know what I mean? These tools are there. So don't be one of those people that's like, that's not going to work because it's free. Well, actually, you know what I mean? That's, it's not true. But again, I really do feel all that work that you've been doing, showing appreciation, valuing yourself, is really showing up big time. That's exciting. I'm feeling a lot of energy being moved at your heart chakra there. And that's funny because the heart chakra was in the divine masculine side. And then we've got at your head. Did you notice I've just ignored, because it was only you that, like, you donated the wee bit more there, and it's and this again, this is you Charlotte's reading, but it'll help other people as well. I've just ignored the timer, and then we'll just do Jennifer. So I'll wrap this up. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. That was generous. Right, so headspace, divine masculine, allow love. Wow, fucking hell, by the way. This is like a collective reading. Look. Allow love. So it's like your divine feminine energy is really coming into balance, and your divine masculine energy is really coming into balance. And it certainly is optimistic for whoever and whenever they are meant to come in. And on that note, in the heart space, because I know I don't even need to. Well, do I want to? Do you want me to use these again? Oh my God, Charlotte, I can't even. Look what's on the bottom. And this is the subconscious. I am not available, which we already know. So we don't go chasing what's not available, people, around here. I don't care what other twin flame teachers are telling you. That's not what we condone around here. Twin flame teacher. I'm just going to rebrand myself that the twin flame teacher. Right. So, but you know what I mean? So it's what's exciting about that is that we know that that's accurate. It doesn't sound like for long, because again, it's like it's karmic contracts need to be a part of people's life, because and they're, and then they come to an end when they're meant to. Just being near you is intoxicating. So again, this is the higher self. So it's kind of like, I feel this person's, higher self is around you. And also it is when you knew this person in your past life. I know you know what that means. That's, you had that feeling, like it's uneasy, but it's also exciting. And I feel when you come into contact with this person again, it wouldn't be any different than that. Well, obviously it would, because you're a little older, but I wonder if you are happy without me. Oh, that's specific. And I want to be more than friends. Well, sort your situation out then. I'm sorry, I'm just talking to your person's, I'm talking to your person's higher self. So, right, we'll put them back, because again, that does feel a wee bit, I don't know, it feels a bit wrong when feels a bit wrong. They're not available, so that's probably why it's like, just makes me laugh. Right, so from the spirit world, the message is weird dream, but he was there. It's not a weird dream, Charlotte, come on, you're a shaman. You know that's not a weird dream. They're talking to you. Intoxicating. Oh, wait till I start using the sexual tarot. Things are, the tone's going to be low. No, it's not. The tone's not going to be lowered, because they're meant to be nice cards. But I mean, yeah. Right. Spirit. The message from spirit and the divine feminine is light. Imagine yourself as a being composed of energy and light, because in reality, that's precisely what you are. You're a powerful being, and people are attracted to your brilliance. This is the time to remember how vibrant you truly are. And again, I really do feel that's the spirit world just saying, well done, because it's like, I can feel there's a lot of inner work that you've been doing on yourself. Again, I feel it's very much like what I've been saying about myself, is that the focus, because they're saying that to me, the focus of last year for me was working on my subconscious blocks, and knowing that it would take a long time. It actually took longer than I thought, but I'm seeing shifts in energy. And actually, with a lot of my clients that I've done hypnotherapy with, like, it's just so interesting, because with like subconscious blocks, how long's a piece of string? Like, it's, some people respond to hypnotherapy like right away, some people respond in months, and some people can take like years or a year. And it's like, with me, it actually with bigger things, it actually has taken longer, like about a year. But it's we're all different, and it just shows where your resistance is. Divine masculine message from spirit. Relationships are just mirror images of your own life, how you feel and treat yourself, as well as how you react and respond to different situations and people around you. Be aware that every relationship is an opportunity for soul growth. This is really crazy, right? Because bearing in mind what we know, and I know because you said in your, it's kind of like, it's all the different people on that card. It's kind of confusing, isn't it? And it's like, and that's what's helpful about Charlotte, that you'd said stuff in the comments before, and that you're on, that we know the situation, that like this person isn't like in your actual life just now, and they're also not available. So it's kind of like, but it's like, this feels like all the different, like your life, all the different things going on, and his life, all the different sort of things going on. And but it's also the fact that when there is a spiritual connection, like, you are connected, like whether you like it or not, whether he likes it or not, and that you just keep, yeah, they'll just pop up in your consciousness, you know what I mean? So and it's different. Like for you would be more aware of it, but there is just this real feeling there of, I think this guy's going through a spiritual awakening. Relationships, it does just sort of say to me that there is that awareness. Something so, God, I'd love to be a fly in the wall to see what's going on there, and I'm not even nosy, but I am being about this, right? So you better update me with whatever's going on in your life, right? So So now we want to do physical, right? Let's pull. Yeah, let's do these. I'm just sort of going wherever. I'm just pulling whatever decks. Right. What do we need to know? God, that seems like way more cards. And said I was going at 11, but it's fine. I'll be a bit late. We need to know about Charlotte's divine feminine energy. And again, with you within your life, because I was more going into the connection bit there, is that it's just about you're really noticing I feel like I feel like a lot of people are perhaps like triggering you, like, or have recently, or I don't know if it's happened yet, Charlotte, kind of like just mirroring stuff coming up that's helpful to show you like where you need to take action. Yeah, that does actually make sense of what I said about, yeah. So it's like that's in the divine masculine side. So it's like you're being shown how powerful you are in divine feminine. And then in the divine masculine side, you're being shown where to take action. And it does feel like with this full moon, it's about where do you need to cut off situations that don't serve you. Right, stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. Well, the last bit's a bit random, but this card also makes me laugh. But I really do feel this is about that. Be prepared for any possibility. It's about that kind of erratic, because I do feel a very nervous energy around tonight. It's like that kind of anything's possible. This is in your divine feminine energy. It's like there's lots of different. So I'm loving the laughy faces. There are lots of different shocks and surprises going on. There's some nasty surprises going on for people, but there's some fucking amazing surprises going on for people. So let's be hoping that there's some fucking amazing ones coming for you. And if you've got the nasty ones that trigger growth, then you're so called for it. But divine masculine side, a wonderful new idea, yeah, that you need to take action with. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. Yes. So again, there's something that I was picking up on there. Yeah. And that's again, I'm in psychic detective mode about where is it? I don't know if somebody, oh my God, actually, what am I talking about? You did offer that information earlier. So the different bits of disagreements that you had with the people you mentioned earlier, it's just about well, obviously we're in Mercury retrograde in Aquarius, so that is going to be, well, it can be out the blue communications, but it can be like kind of like conversations that you didn't plan having that kind of go a bit ski with as well. So watch out for that. But like I say, it can be surprising conversations that are really helpful and healing, and that can bring about new exciting changes, possibilities. But I really do feel that is about that clear up communication problems, because this is the one in the physical world that I pulled that card for. It's about once the heat dies down a little bit with whatever you were having cross words with people. It's what I always go back to in my counselling training is it's Carl Rogers would say, before you argue with someone, he'd say it better, but it's like before you argue with someone, first clarify that you understood what it was they were saying to you before you sort of argue back. Because half the time when people argue, and definitely when like romantic relationships, but this family, friends, anyone, in Mercury retrograde, but this can happen at any time. A lot of times when people argue, it's because they've actually misunderstood what somebody was meaning, and then they're responding to it from their understanding. Whereas it's in an ideal world, guys, I know that is really not possible. Like, say, for instance, if drink's involved, definitely not, or anger or whatever. But when you can remember that, to be like, right, is there a chance I've maybe got that wrong? And just checking that you got it right. And then if no, that is what I meant, and you're pissed off, then you go in hard, I'm joking. Well, I don't know. It depends what the situation was. Right. And they're making me shuffle this again. So I'm going to ask anything else you need to know before I wrap this up. Release and relax and nature. Yeah, but there's lightning bolt on that. So I really do feel it's about you just really chilling out, looking after yourself. It's Sunday after all, and it sounds like you've done the right thing actually by not doing the the hedge today. That didn't sound right. I'm telling you, some of the energy that's about it's just like I don't know what to blame. I don't know what to blame, but now I'm really, oh Christ. Right, so we absolutely have to move on to, I don't know who some of my guides are, but they're really not moving on. Right, Jennifer. So hopefully that made sense to you, Charlotte. That was fun. And the be all and end all about that is whatever words were exchanged that was uncomfortable. Remember that arguments always happen in Mercury retrograde, but a lot of healing and healing in the past can come. Look, face your adversities and rejuvenate. So I feel it's just about right now, take a breather. You know it's a full moon. You know full moons bring up a lot of feelings, and Mercury retrograde doesn't help and Venus retrograde doesn't help. But again, it does depend what situation. It does help with some situations, but you know, anyway. So clear up communication problems. Hedge trim, yes, Michelle. Oh shit. I hate arguing, but when I do, always win with silence. Silence is golden and all that jazz. Yes. Yes. Well, it depends. Again, it depends. Like I gave a big freaking, well, it's not me, it's my guys saying that whole, you know, I don't agree with silence when it's punishment, because that is a form of, well, it's cruel and it's what a narcissist would do. You know, it's you know, like I'm just not going to say anything, and you know, it's but if it's putting up a boundary, you know, and it's kind of like if you've made it clear and then somebody, and I'm meaning like where somebody keeps at you and you've basically said, look, I need a bit of room, or depending on the situation, you might have just said, look, I don't want anything to do with you. Then if somebody keeps sort of, that's different though, isn't it? But yeah, what I'm meaning is, you know, I think we've all had someone in our lives at some point that you know that they're just kind of punishing you with silence, and actually they're going to come around when they've calmed down. It's usually, I'm not being funny, but it's usually the older generation. And guys, I'm not being sexist here, but a lot of men can do that too. Do you know what I mean? Like, but anyone can do it, you know, and it's kind of, it's people that don't say sorry too. So it's not even me, it's just people that are too in their ego or pride. You know, it's like somebody fucks up and then they don't say sorry, and then you just fuck up, they just fuck off, you know, because they can't. I can forget loads of people that. So you know what I mean? It's a complex. We've just got into a complex topic there, and I mean it's hard when the virtual people are silently writing stuff, and I'm sitting talking. I mean, I'm used to this. This is no different than when I do this on Facebook Live, but it's, you know, as you can tell, I like a good old chat. But let's move on, because I didn't want to be here much past this time. Right, so we'll do Jennifer's card. So Jennifer, do you want me to do what I just done there? Like your divine feminine, yes, in a boundary way. Good, Claire. Do you want me to do your like your divine feminine energy, your divine masculine, like what you just saw me doing for Charlotte, or do you want me to just sort of pull cards as and when? What do you want me to do? And while you're saying, I'm going to pull, what I mean is I can just like pull cards, or I can do like divine feminine, divine masculine, your divine feminine, divine masculine, because I don't imagine you want to hear about your love life, but you might. I know you don't though. Well, actually, someone in the spirit world wants to talk to you. Right, so I had silence in a toxic sense as a kid, and people not saying sorry, been healing that for years. Yeah, Charlotte, I think every single person here would be able to agree with that at some point. I think because a few of us are the same age, as our parents would have been taught a certain way, and watch this, my dad will come on and be like, hey, what do you think? But it's true, you know, like if things are passed down the generations, then because again, I like to think I've educated my dad about a bit of that, or my mum and my dad about, just different sorts of things that it's but yeah, I think it's always very important. Again, it's always very important to decipher when people are silent, because a lot of people can't process their feelings as fast as others, and they need time to do that. And especially, like I said the other day there, when we're talking about these spiritual connections, twin flame connections, it's actually, you've not got a lot of control in that. It's the it's the alchemical, it's the balance of the energies, and it's people need to go in their different directions, and it's to work out their feelings. And yeah, ghosting and blocking and you name it all goes on. But like I said the other day, some people can get really confused and get caught up with narcissists and being like, oh yeah, it means they're my true love because they blocked me. And it's like, well, no, that doesn't always mean that. That can mean that there's you not got something going on and you need to move on. So that's why you need to book a personal session to work out that. Only you know in your heart what's going on between you and another, even if they are not being honest with you or themselves, which goes on in a lot of these things too. Right, so Jennifer, we've got stand your ground. Standing your ground is an empowering, confidence-building action to take from time to time. Wait a minute, I will set an alarm. And I just need a message. Right, so no love life. I was like, join the gang, Jennifer, join the gang. Right, so standing your ground is an empowering, confidence building action to take from time to time. Now is the moment when you need to stand your ground. You know when you can do it, and you know that by doing so, you will be the victor. Again, there's this theme coming through of what I've already mentioned, that there's a lot of people needing to stand up for themselves at this time. You might be finding a lot of circumstances just coming up in your life where you're being pushed to speak your voice or be like, hey, no, actually, I'm not putting up with that, and putting up a boundary, which is why we've just had that boundary chat there. Because, like I say, cancer can be complete lack of boundaries, or people trampling over your boundaries, or perhaps where you've set boundaries before, people then test them again. And again, it's because the shadow side of cancer is manipulation, because cancer's been so nice and it's like cuddly and it's amazing stuff, compassion. You'll often notice that if you're really, again, got your spiritual eyes open, it's where people will butter you up. And again, I've said this before, but it's, I can get very easily manipulated, and where the cancer energy is in my charts, I can it's like, I know, I'm aware of it now. So because I'm aware of the different areas where people can manipulate me still, I usually have put certain boundaries or other people to help me with things, or a bounce. So it's really good to be aware of that in your own life. But there's a real need to be standing your ground right now, Jennifer, and whoever else that resonates with. Ancestral wisdom, love it, because like I was saying, this is the full moon about your ancestors. So I really do feel the ancestors coming in to support you there. We are your ancestors and we love you. We walked the earth many years before you. We ask you at this poignant time to learn and grow from our past experiences. You're our legacy, and we will keep on helping you as we continue to evolve here in the spirit world. So again, whether or not you knew your, like great granny and stuff, and great granny, all that kind of stuff, all these ancestors love to come in and help you. But it's like anything, angels, guides, higher selves, you have to ask them to come in and support you, and you will feel their love around you, as you know. And then as I pulled love, as I said that, love is the foundation of your existence, and you're just as worthy of receiving as you are of giving love and compassion. So what I've been talking about here is, it is the cancer energy, the lovely side of cancer, because it is a beautiful energy. Like, you will notice, like, if you know anybody that is a cancer sun sign, they usually are like very mothering and loving and caring people. When I think of my like close friends that are either cancer sun or like cancer moon or cancer rising, they usually are like actually my dad's cancer moon, I've said that before, like he's he's Scorpio with Cancer Moon, and I think he actually might be Scorpio rising. He's actually got a lot of feminine energy, and like I say that, like he's great with the kids, and always very cuddly, and just kind of. I mean, you wouldn't fuck with him either because he's Scorpio, but it's kind of like it's a nice. He's in touch with his feelings kind of thing. I mean, actually, not always. Anyway, I'm getting across that it's kind of it's sensitive energy. So, and it's feminine energy. So it's like I really do feel putting that together. It's like you're being guided to speak up where you need to speak up for yourself, where people are crossing your boundaries. It could even be your kids. I'm getting a feeling it could be like, where you're setting boundaries. Know that your ancestors are coming in to support you with a lot of love here. You're also just being really guided right now to where do you need that love? Are you asking for help? Are you getting that support? And like you said to me, look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. While love can be a beautiful emotion, it's equally a form of energy that propels you through life. So, why are they not letting me leave this deck? Cleanse, yeah. So I really do feel, again, it is just about paying attention to like who and what situations don't make you feel good enough or don't make you feel worthy of that love coming in. Like you say, it's like care, like energy, like, and snip, snip, snipping that energy of anyone that doesn't make you feel good enough. Your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take time out. And I feel when I just, as Jennifer knows, when I just done that, my fingers, they were definitely cutting the cords of anywhere where you weren't aware of that. So just as you wash your car, clean the house, or tidy your office, your body also needs care and attention. It's time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. Well, just, that's good that you're coming up for a session with me because that's what happens. Right, let's change the deck there. What else do we want? Focus your mind on what you really want. We are helping, yeah. And the 15's on the card. So 15 was yesterday. So I'm wondering if you were aware of a real sense of spirit being around you, whether that was your husband in spirit or someone else. Like, I know it's usually him. It's like, were you aware of like messages from spirit in particular yesterday of getting support with something? Changes can bring you new life and energy. We will hold your hand. So there's a lot of clearing energy and changes coming in for you there. That I feel you're needing to, this is going on for everyone. I feel you're needing to recognize what situations or people in your life need a strong boundary or where appropriate, like pulling right back. This is coming up for everyone, right? So step into your power. Yeah, and it's going to take you stepping into your power and releasing control. So again, what I say to people is when you recognize things like that, because the veil has been lifted with stuff, things don't need to be a drastic, and something you, like Jennifer, you might not even have a Scooby-Doo what I'm going on right now, and that's where you've got the benefit of we can find out more about what that's all about in a couple of days. But it's I just know that collectively that's going on for everyone, like situations that you weren't able to see through, or you weren't able to see through enough, or you thought were one way, you're seeing it as something completely different now. Reflect on your priorities. And I just feel there's a real message there about you don't worry too far into the future. Just focus on what needs to be dealt with right now. Dying to know what this is about, by the way. So I'm pulling loads of more cards. Do all things in moderation. Yeah. So it's about just, slow down, take your time. You don't need to know what you're doing tomorrow, next week, next year. You just need to focus on the here and now and make no judgments. That feels like about yourself rather when I feel that. Shielding, yeah, see what I mean? I don't know who it is. That's for you to know and for us to be nosy, wonder about. But you're needing to shield your energy there. You're needing to get the sage out. You're needing to ask your power animals to protect. You're just needing to. I feel it is just because this is a full moon about a lot of sensitive energy and emotional. I just feel there's somebody around you that isn't good. energy, to put it bluntly. Like, it's maybe they don't respect your boundaries as much. And that's definitely not when I was saying that about the kid. Well, yeah, it might be. It's self-care. Yeah. You could tell me in private. Anyway, I can't see. I've not seen a comment for ages. Are you guys still here? Right, because I am going to need to. I'm just going to. Self-care always comes up in a Cancer moon. Definitely a Cancer full moon. Right, guys, I'm going to get going. So I hope these messages, I have been speaking my truth as hard as it is. Good. Glad to hear it. And putting up boundaries feels like you've either been putting up boundaries or you're being shown where you need to. Again, it's probably why you've been led to work with me, because I just always find it hilarious that my number one thing is helping people with boundaries, because like people trample all over mine. Not all the time, but they fucking try. So it's happening every now and again. Right, so but that's why that's not just a message for Jennifer. Shield your energy. It's this stuff is real. If you're, psychic attack is real. Never mind psychic attack, just like picking up other people's energy. But I just feel a lot of that going on. I've actually surrendered to a situation. Proud of you. And that's the release control bit. See? What's this all about? Right, so crossroads, 2 swords. So again, I feel you were a bit of a kind of loggerheads about what to do about something. Again, Jennifer, I know you're going to take my banter. Wouldn't it be like you? Jennifer's a Libra moon, so she's always kind of, did I do that or did I do this? Have I made the right decision? But again, I think we can all be like that, right? But you Libra moons, you seem to be the worst at it. And I know there's another Libra moon on here right now, if you want to admit who you are. That's why I'm not just talking to I mean, that makes sense to me. I could be like that too. It just depends what it's about. But yeah, and it's like, now this is really weird how they're saying that to me, but I feel it's like you were at a crossroads with something, and rather than taking a practical step towards something, you were led to just follow your intuition, even though you don't know for sure it's going to work out. It's something about you followed your intuition, so you're taking action, which might be just a wait for now before you know something that I can't see. It's like I can't even. That means something though. It's like I don't know, so it means you don't know. It's like you're just trusting your intuition on something and trusting that the answers will come, which maybe sounds the same as what you said when you surrendered. You're feeling the loss of something, or perhaps could be like some kind of betrayal or something, some kind of energy, or maybe that's like what I'm picking up about deception, discernment. By the way, I've done all the shorts up until next Sunday, and the word discernment and things like that came up so many times. So, just a little bit of a heads up. And yeah, look, options. So you've got options, but it's like you just work with the here and now. Anyway, hopefully that's stuff I can help you with. I was just guided to pull a few more cards. I've actually, read that. I'm loads more conscious of my boundaries these days. Good. Love it. Right, guys. Do I want to wrap this up with something else? Build on solid ground. That's probably why there's tower moments happening to people, so that you can begin to build on a solid ground where you weren't before. Do something different. Yeah, so don't do same old, because it's what you've always done, especially if you're not happy. Be true to yourself. Strengthen your gifts of intuition, like what I was just saying, and live life to the fullest. Here for a good time, not a long time, springs to mind. Live life to the fullest and trust the divine plan. See how, and reach for the stars. And accept disappointments gracefully. That's about situations that are happening. I'm feeling collectively, it's like situations that are happening around you whether this is with friends, family, love connections breaking down. It all feels like all of this is happening because it's clearing energy. And where any of these things are breaking down, it's because they weren't built on solid ground. There was some sort of shaky foundation there. Like either you didn't have all the facts, as in you didn't fully know well, it could be, yeah. I don't, yeah, it can be that. I'm thinking, how would that be with family? But yeah, it's like you wouldn't fully know. Sometimes with different friends, you don't feel, you feel like you know who they are and you maybe don't know. And it's kind of like, accept things that don't turn out the way you wanted to them gracefully and just make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. Yeah, because I feel, again, this sounds very twin flamey actually. It's like a bit, it's not just that. It's a bit that can be business and friends. So it's anything. Like, so if love relationships are breaking down, it's more than likely was going to happen anyway. And it's been a long time coming, is what I'm feeling for a lot of people that are going to resonate with this. And people weren't happy. Where it's friends, it's things are bubbling away under the surface, or if it was kind of friends that have you've not known very long, it's like you didn't really actually know who they were properly. It can be, other sorts of things going on, like darker sort of stuff too. And then there's what's the other one? Yeah, anyway, it's but this is just about like then soul family and all the different ages of life can come together. Like people will come into your life that share your vision, and that you can move forward with and create the new. It's like I feel like I can't stop. What are you trying to say? Oh yeah, I haven't even used any of the decks. I was going to use throat chakra stuff. There's definitely a lot of communication stuff, right? Realization. Yeah, again, look, there's just huge, and free is communication. There's lots of huge realizations and epiphanies going on at this full moon. And trust. You just have to trust that things will make sense when they're meant to. Attraction, supermoon, 44 discernment. I knew that was going to come out. Look, that's what I'm saying, discernment. Right, I'm ending it on that because I did just talk about discernment. So I feel that this week that we're going into, it's just be very discerning, because Mercury retrograde and Aquarius, it's kind of like I was about to say, oh my God, ugh, my words are getting tongue-tied. It's like it's throwing like grenades of surprise and shock, and it's a wee mixed bag of nice surprises, not so nice surprises. But I feel the not nice surprises are you're being shown what has been in the way of good surprises coming in. And anyway, there's now, see, the Christmas tree still being up served a purpose, because I'm being drawn to little presents, like little present baubles. So it will make sense out there to someone. Right, anyway, I'm going to get going. So sending you all lots of love, and I will see you next Sunday, if not before, but I'll definitely see you before that. And have a very, I'm just going to say, do whatever you need to do on this full moon, because it's about retreating, resting, hermit mode. Just be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself all the time, but it's bringing up a lot of trauma, past stuff, and hashtag all the feels. Okay. Good night, Michelle. Good night, all. This is the bit where I'm like, how do I end this thing? Oh, here it is.